Hello everybody, it's Mike. Welcome back to my train room. I know I just made a video yesterday, but I had an epiphany last night around something to add to my layout. And I started on it, and it turned out to be a rainy July 2nd here in St. Louis, so doing some indoor activities, which I'm sort of relieved. Get some time down here. So my project was based on the edge of my layout. Originally, when I built my table, like many tables in the past, I finished out the edge of the table to look like furniture grade, like bar quality. Go get some nice hardwoods from the hardwood store and build a nice looking edge and stain it. And that was my original idea for this layout. So I knew I was going to add just maybe, a 1/2 inch to 3/4 more width onto the edge to give it that finished look. And then, if you see my video yesterday, there's a piece of foam laying on the ground. And I was like, I wonder what that would look like up along the edge. What if I built an infinity edge onto my layout? Like infinity pools, like they just keep going and they drop off over the edge, the water flows over. Well, I haven't seen a lot of layouts that are infinity style layouts where your layout just keeps going and continues around the edge of the table. Most time I see either a wood edge or someone might put up some fabric, or just leave it just the glue on and unfinished. But let me show you what I'm talking about, because there are a lot of people who are skeptical about running trains so close to the edge. I'm still not worried about that. I mean, I've derailed in scale, I've derailed HO scale, but I with these big radius curves and a minimum of switches, I'm not concerned about derailing trains on this layout or pretty much any of the track configurations I've tried in O-Gauge, because they just don't derail. That's one of the things I love about O-Gauge is you're running trains and they stay on the track. At the most, maybe a car comes unhooked and you just got to be paying attention so you don't run into the back of another car and cause some drama that way. But let's take a look at what I'm talking about real quick. Let me grab my phone here. I'm going to flip it around. Pardon my videoing skills here. I need to get some skills. If you haven't checked out RBP Trains, that guy's got some video editing skills. So let's take a look at the edge of this layout here. So this is where we added on our outside loop. And this is where the table, the layout used to end. Then I have the table built out. And then this came to the edge of the table here. So now I've added 1-inch foam. And you can see I've begun carving it. And there is a piece that I finished overnight. So to give it some perspective, that's what it's looking like. So you see the edge there, and you can see it's not totally even. I did that purposely because I want it to look like really rigid and uneven, like a cliff really would. And I even pulled up, a picture of trains running along mountainsides and cliffs. And this is a Milwaukee road. I had no idea they ran in such rocky area, and I have a lot of Milwaukee road stuff, so that makes me happy. So I'm going to continue on with this, and I've done it all the way down the line here, and I'll see how it turns out. But it's giving me that edge that a lot of people were concerned about, running right along the edge. Still not enough that if it fell off, it's really going to stop it. But it gives it a majestic view. I mean, I love watching locomotives running through scenery and freight trains and passenger trains running through scenery because they're majestic. And I love nature and I love all the scenery. So let me set this back here. Make sure we're good. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed the video. You know, I'm just using the tip of a file to carve out the foam. Then I'm doing a coat of black paint on it. Then I go in with the same colors I used in my last video, well, several videos back now, but browns, whites, creams, yellows, blacks, grays, to give it that depth and the more realistic look. And then I'll go back later and add a little bit of green where woods and greenery would be growing out of the crevices and cracks. So hopefully everyone's having a great 4th of July weekend, and hopefully you enjoyed this update, and I'll let you check out the finished product. I hopefully will have this rail finished by end of the day. So just in time for Steam Sunday. So have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time. See ya.